here we are on board Little Girl. I just got done marking my tiller, which I just finished making last week, and got a lot of work still to do on it. It's all nicely shaped and sanded and everything's ready to go. I just got the markings in for drilling the holes to mount into the yoke. Meantime, all morning long I've been working on this, which is, and I'm gonna go below here. You can step down into my cabin, my little cabin. It's been toasty in here all morning because my wife gave me this wonderful little tool. Thank you to my little girl for giving me this for Little Girl. And I've had everything all buttoned up in here this morning to be able to work on electrical, and that's what I've been doing. And I'm not going to put the panels back in right now, but this way it'll give me a little more room, a little more light for what I'm trying to show you. One of the cool things about it is, as I've been looking at the electrical, I hitched up the battery that was given to me by a friend of mine. He's a member of the Church of Christ down here on the Cape Cod, and this is a relatively new West Marine battery. It's a starter battery. It's not deep cycle. But I hitched up all my electrical to it and then began to look at where the wiring was at, how everything was functional or not functional. And what I came up with was this old panel, which is basically a battery monitor, is just basically defunct. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on here. I still have not figured out how this ties into this, because this is seems to be a much newer West Marine, by the circuit battery tender, and as I switch these on, lo and behold, the cool part of it is everything seems to be working. When I switched on the cabin lights, for instance, voila, there's the cabin lights. When I switched on accessories, unfortunately I don't have my radio in, I just took it out, but I've got a VHF Marine Band radio, and I switched this on, hitched up the coax. The coax is not even connected to an antenna right now, and worked like a charm. I was pulling in the local, marine weather forecast and just coming in like gangbusters, so it's really good. By the way, it normally goes right over here in this bracket that's been jury-rigged. Not a great bracket. I'm going to have to do something about that. But it worked, and so the accessory circuit works. The other thing that worked really well, and I'm gonna have pictures on the website. The other thing that worked really well was the running lights, and I switched this light on, and if I went up on top right now, I could show you, and I'm not going to do it, but right now, if I went up on top and showed you, the port and starboard running light are on the sides of the cabin. The one thing that does not work, and this is the thing that's going to have to be worked on, and I don't have the antenna, I don't have the mast up right now, but anyway, the wiring that goes to the mast is really kind of shot, and that's going to have to be reworked. I've got a pigtail coming through the roof of the cabin, and that's going to have to be worked on. But it's been a really good morning, all in all. When I set this battery up this morning with all the electrical connected to it, the cool part was it charged to 12.60 volts during the night. And so far this morning, it's dropped to about 6.4, I think, something like that. And it's been connected to the house cabin. It's been connected to the electrical here on the boat all morning, and it is draining, obviously, and especially as I've been testing things out. The thing, obviously, I'm going to have to get a deep cycle battery, but for right now, not bad. At least it gave me a chance to check things out. The cool part is, I'm not going to go in here extensively, but back inside this cabinet, behind the panel, is all the wiring that goes to the different parts of the boat, and somebody took the time and the effort to go ahead and mark everything. All the wires are tagged with what they go to, and seems to be very accurate. So Anyway, just thought I'd let you know that's what's going on board Little Girl. Really very pleased with it, and as I'm sitting here with my back to the heater, feels really good. But the cool part is as I had this all buttoned up this morning with both the slats in and the companionway slide back. Oh, it got really nice in here, and I had the light on. It was. Hey, I consider this a huge success day. For me, on a very, very old boat. I love my little Seafarer Kestrel. She's a sweetheart. So, all right, thanks a lot. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.